Hi, I'm Sydney Rogers, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FLX1.com. It is September 11th, 2019. We are live inside the FLX1.com studio, where I am joined by Jim Sinicropi and Justin Swank, who is here to talk about this weekend's Music for Moms event in Phelps. But before we get to you, we do have a sponsor today, and the show is brought to you by Bottomless Brewing on East Lake Road in Geneva. They have a huge dance floor, they have fantastic beer, a new kitchen, and amazing views of Seneca Lake. Bottomless Brewing has live music every weekend, and coming up this Friday night, it will be Jerry Martin of Naked Wood and Bad Juju on Saturday. Sunday afternoon, the Volcano Acoustic Duo will be performing from 1 to 4, and you can check out their website at bottomlessbrewing.com for more information.
Great place to see live music.
Oh, absolutely. I love going there and dancing on their dance floor all night long, all day long. It's an awesome place to go on a Sunday. But welcome, Justin Swank. Justin is the lead singer of Endless Mountain Derelicts. Is that the right way to pronounce it? Derelicts. Told you I mess up the words. But he actually is going to be one of the bands. There's more than one band that will be hosting the event called Music for Moms.
For Mom.
Music for Mom.
Music for Mom.
Single mom. Music for Mom. So if you want, you can tell us a little more about that event.
Yeah. This is our second year. We're holding it at Crafty's Ales and Lagers in Phelps, New York, which is an awesome brewery. They have a great outdoor patio, and they've been kind enough to donate their space and time. So this Saturday at 1 o'clock, we're starting it up. There's going to be 5 bands all the way until 8:30. Food trucks, Miss Lindsay's Mac and Cheese, and Bee's Soups, which they're both awesome.
I don't think I've heard of either of those.
Yeah, Bee's is really good. They did our CD release show there. Super tasty.
Awesome.
But, no cover charge. Donations, they all go to Golisano's Children's Hospital in the name of Lee Huntley.
That's awesome.
So what's the name mean? Like Music for Mom, where did that come from?
So one of the members of one of the band's Deep Cover, Rob Huntley, his mother passed away from cancer last year, and they wanted to have a memorial. So we just kind of grassrooted it up and started it last year. It was 2 bands. Bees was there last year, I think, and made it a really great day. We ended up raising over $800 to donate.
That's good.
So, yeah.
And this is the second. So the first year was last year. This is the second year. So I'm sure you guys will get even more people that now know about it and hopefully can help donate to the cause, which is a great cause.
Yeah. What kind of music can we expect from these bands?
So the bands are There I Say Is Lightning, and that's like a alternative indie folk band. Sonorous, which is like a rock band, a little new agey. Wide Waters is kind of like a jam band. Deep Cover is a B-side 70s rock cover band.
Really?
Yeah, do a lot of like Johnny
Jim's
Winter
era.
And that kind of stuff.
My ear is not the 70s.
60s?
80s.
Oops.
Yeah.
He saw the 60s. Oh, Jim, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, not 70s, 80s. But I was exposed to a lot of 70s music because it wasn't old when I was actually in my musical prime.
Oh, yeah. He was actually in a few bands himself.
Just one band.
What were you in?
Our band was called Flea Market.
Flea Market. Where did you play? Flea Market?
I went to Syracuse, and one of my good friends, who was in the band as well, went to RIT. So we played everywhere between Syracuse and RIT.
Cool.
A lot of college parties or bars at Syracuse and RIT, and then places in between. We came out with 2 albums, and now that dream is dead. I'll never play again. A lot of people want to stay.
Never touch an instrument ever again.
The reunion show will never happen. So.
Oh man, you didn't even mention though.
My band, the Endless Mountain Derelicts, will be playing, and more like indie, post-folk, I don't know. There's a bunch of acronyms probably, but it's all original music.
And what do you play? You're a lead singer?
I'm a lead singer, guitar player, yep.
Where else do you guys play around? Like, just talk about the music scene in general around the Finger Lakes from the perspective of a lead singer of a band.
It's good. I think it's underrated, especially in the Finger Lakes. We play a lot of breweries. We'd really like to get into bottomless brewing.
Oh, that would
If you're listening, I can maybe help you with that.
But yeah, we played the Fairport Music Festival at Iron Smoke. We do a bunch of events for the Finger Lakes Radio Group, and brewery-wise, we play Weeby, we play Reinvention a lot, just all over here. So last year we played almost 50 shows.
That's awesome.
Wow,
that's pretty
good. Busy schedule.
Yeah.
The Finger Lakes, just about any weekend, let alone weekdays, you can go out and find live music within, 15, 20 minutes of your house, wherever you live.
Absolutely.
It seems like there's just a ton of acoustic, and I appreciate the talent of the 1 and 2 person shows, like the Nate Michaels of the world, super talented.
Yeah.
But I like the venues where you get the full band, and
me too.
So there is a lot. I mean, we have live music not only in Phelps, but as we'll find out later in the show, we have more bottomless brewing. I mean, it's kind of a burgeoning. Well, it's been around for a while, but it's just kind of blown up where there is music all over the region, whether it's wineries or bars or CMAC. I mean, from all levels.
So you're like, I need to get in on that. You have no weekends probably to just do.
No weekends at all for anything.
Your wife probably.
She loves it every
second. She loves coming and watching you at every event, but you probably don't have much time to plan.
No, not a lot.
Well, that's okay. At least she likes music. She likes being around you. So
yeah, kind of. Yeah.
This event is awesome. I like what the cause is for. I like that you guys started this up, and I hope that it's as successful as it was last year and more so. We're going to talk a little bit more about it.
Crafty Ales and Lagers on Exchange Street, right? In Phelps, 1 to 8, or maybe a little after 8. Maybe. Kicks off at 1. No admission.
No admission.
Donations
that is nice.
Appreciated. Music for Mom and Phelps this weekend, Saturday.
Yeah, and we'll touch base on it towards the end of the show, but we're inviting you to choose a top local photo that we get each week from our viewers, and they get very mad if you don't pick theirs, so just be warned. Okay, so we're going to start things off this week with a misty shot from Honeyway Lake by Christopher Baker.
Where's the lake?
Cute. Yeah, I don't see. Is that the lake in the way back? It's got to be. Yeah. Don't
Near
you think?
Honeyway Lake, but
cute.
Got
That's
the
a
misty
cool
part,
photo.
right?
It's a good one.
Try and remember which one's your favorite. That might be the hardest part. Next up, A Sunset Over Canisius Lake by Heather Marquise.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, that's definitely a Finger Lakes region shot, I feel like.
We'll soak it in. It won't be long before we won't be seeing those types of sunsets with the boats in the water. And
Todd Tanner captured this awesome shot at Owasco Lake on Monday.
Nice.
Ooh.
Misty.
We got a lot of lake shots, it looks like, this week. And a natural view in Ontario County, this one taken by Travis J. Smith. Oh, snap. Travis coming in clutch.
Looking nice.
That is awesome.
It is.
Chris and Shin took this photo of Squaw Island last week. Atchin. Something like
Close.
that. Squaw Island, though. That sounds awesome. That's pretty cool. I wonder if people go on that island when they're boating around there.
I've kayaked around it before.
You have?
Yeah, it's on Canandaigua Lake.
There aren't a lot of islands in the Finger Lakes. There's Frontenac and there's Squaw. I don't know of any other lake islands.
That's pretty cool, though. I love that picture. And Marcy Clue captured these egrets at Montezuma National Wildlife Refuge.
Marsha.
Now I'm getting Marsha.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Okay. Marsha Clue. I'm sorry.
That's pretty sweet.
That is an awesome photo.
Egrets.
Is it normal to see them in a group like that? Because I never do.
I suppose. I don't know if they always try to.
You're the birder of the crew.
Formation like that. It's like a shooting star of egrets.
Ooh, that was fancy. Shelley Lannon's favorite Big Red Barn is making another appearance. This shot will continue to evolve over the next 30 days as fall arrives in the Finger Lakes.
That is nice.
Yes, she loves red barns. And I don't think it's always the same one. I think she's got a few.
Barns are dilapidated, but this one's been kept up. Looks like it's probably been painted within the last 5 to 10 years.
Keeping up the red barn. Love it. And finally, the Port of Newark looked like midsummer in this shot by Robert Stopper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like summer as much these past few days, but yesterday I was sweating, and I guess it's supposed to be nice, I think, this weekend. We'll figure that out. But now, you have to let us know what your favorite photo is.
Man. The egrets are nice.
They are.
But now I can't remember his name. I tried to...
Travis.
The one with the... Yeah. Travis.
Which one?
The natural view in Ontario County with the lake the river and the...
Where it was like basically scenery. Mirrored. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really nice
one. That was
one.
nice.
I got to go with that one.
Okay. Well, I have to go with the egrets since you didn't, because those were just so awesome. And now Jim is going to be our tie.
I break the tie always, so I only get to choose between the two you chose. I normally go with the guests, but my favorite was clearly this week the egrets. So
got to know your audience, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Go with the egrets.
That was amazing. Again, that was by Marcia Clue. Or Marcy Clue. Marcia. Oh, my goodness. Marcia.
In front of you.
I know, it's right in front of me. I guess I should look at the paper. But Marcia Clue, congratulations. Everybody sent in great photos. If you'd like to share your local photos from across the Finger Lakes, click on the link in the Submit Content section at the bottom right of our homepage. Now let's see what the weekend weather is going to look like for all these great events that are going on.
A little summer reprieve. I mean, September is usually a great weather month, and this weekend should be pretty good. Friday, we're looking at partly sunny skies, high near 73. Relatively cool. Slight chance of a late afternoon shower or storm heading into the evening, where that chance of rain will increase to 60% after 7 p.m. Still a 40% chance it won't rain. Mostly cloudy with a low around 63. Wind should pick up too Friday night. Then Saturday, probably the most iffiest of the weekend, 50% chance of morning showers before clearing up and the rain will stop. It'll be mostly cloudy, high near 78, so pretty warm. Getting down into the high 50s overnight Saturday night. And then Sunday's my pick day this weekend, mostly sunny, high near 77. Beautiful day. Head back to work Monday, more sun, high of 79.
Wow, not bad. Because I feel like I'm not kidding, I feel like Monday through... what's today, Wednesday or Sunday through Tuesday, it was cold. Like, we had no air conditioning on. We had the windows open.
Yes, I like it.
I love at night when it's that cold, but...
Wear some pants, throw on a windbreaker.
Now it's throwing me for a curveball on what I should wear for all my weekend events, because I'm going to have to get out some warmer clothes again. But we have a lot of events besides what we have going on with the Music for Mom. We also have Hammondsport Annual Wing and Wheels Fall Festival will be underway on Saturday and Sunday. It's billed as the greatest annual air and land show in the Finger Lakes region, and this free weekend of festivities is ideal for fans of classic and exotic cars, seaplanes, and fall colors.
Yeah, you can't beat Hammondsport this time of year.
I guess not.
If you do head down for that festival, plan on having dinner at the Union Block.
Oh, is that like
downtown Hammondsport?
Your favorite place in Hammondsport?
It's one of my top 5, period, let alone Hammondsport.
Oh, wow.
If you're looking for favorite places in Hammondsport, there's probably only about 4. So, but Union Block.
Okay, I'll have to check that out. Lucas Vineyards in Interlaken will be hosting their 22nd annual German festival featuring live music, grape stomping, grape pies, German food, face painting, and more on Sunday. I would like to do some grape stomping.
Yeah, and I'd like to
that would be
get
fun.
my face painted.
Like a grape? Like a big old grape?
Grape pies, which I think next weekend's the Naples Grape Fest. That's where, so I might
You've
hold
been
off
looking
on the
forward to
pies.
it for the last few weeks.
It's
the
best.
We better figure out when it is.
Except last year when we tried to go, we couldn't even get into Naples because we went too late. So we got some grape pies on the outskirts.
Oh, like so many people were there?
Yeah, the line of cars heading into Naples was like at a standstill about a mile and a half out.
They have like grape pie scalpers on the outside.
They have like some stands, and then there's a couple of vineyards.
That would be awesome.
I can't remember the name of them, but I think
It
this
says
year we're going to plan to go
pies.
early.
The country music fans can head to Americana Vineyards in Interlaken starting at noon on Saturday for their Americana Country Fest Country Music Festival. Interesting. The 8th annual Finger Lakes Mud Run will kick off at 9:30 on Saturday morning in Auburn, and it's the 2019 National Women's Hall of Fame induction weekend in Seneca Falls with the induction ceremony at 2 p.m. at Del Lago. That's a big thing that's going on.
Yeah, it is. Usually we live webcast it, but nobody contacted us this year to do it. I mean, Jane Fonda's a controversial inductee this year. Gloria Aldred, Louise Slaughter, Sonia Sotomayor. I mean, that's a good class, but they're having it at Del Lago, which means you can't go if you're less than 20, if you're under 21.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't understand that. And one of my biggest complaints about this whole ceremony that I've been to probably the last 6 or 7
Oh wow.
is that it is a high-end exclusive event that you need to buy tickets for, instead of like the Baseball Hall of Fame where you can just show up with your kids and let them see these great people. So like, my daughter's 13 years old. I wouldn't mind her coming to see these women speak, but she can't because she's not 21. And you can't go into, it's in the event tent in Del Lago. You can't go if you're not 21. Number one, and number two, it would set me back like $150.
Holy, wow.
Or whatever the tickets are. But anyways, that's just, I fully support the mission of the Women's Hall of Fame. I can't wait till they move into the Seneca Knitting Mill, but this particular event, it just really annoys me that it's not more open to everybody. There should be bleacher seating for anybody who wants to show up. Bus loads of school kids, you know. But instead it's not. It's going to go on in its own bubble, and not a lot of people are going to even be aware that it happened. Especially since we're not webcasting it this year.
Correct.
So, but anyway.
Next year, maybe, they'll hear this and they'll be like, wow, he's so smart.
Well, they only do it every 2
He's
years ago, so they'll forget about that. And I don't think they'll think I'm so smart.
Well,
I think they'll be upset at that rant I just went on.
No. You had valid points, okay? We're going to move on to sports this weekend and see what's going on, which looks like a lot. So
yeah, it's that time of year where sports are football season specifically. So it's interesting. The Bills beat the Jets on Sunday, right? In Giant Stadium in New York City, or actually New Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah.
He's a Bills fan.
Well, they are going back to the same stadium, but this time they're going to face the Giants on Sunday at 1 o'clock on CBS. So we'll see how they fare there. Could start the season 2-0. Then their schedule gets a little more difficult. Sunday night game this week is Eagles at Falcons. Monday night game is Browns at Jets. So all 3 New York teams are playing within 24 hours of each other. Well, a little bit longer, but same in 2 days. All 3 New York NFL teams will be playing in the same stadium.
Cool.
In New York City. In New Jersey.
New Jersey.
The Syracuse Orangemen lost to Maryland badly last week.
Oh, yeah. That was bad.
Clemson's coming to town, 7:30, national TV, ABC, sold-out Carrier Dome. We'll see how Dino Babers' crew does. Against Clemson, we generally seem to have their number. Yankees are at the Blue Jays Friday at 7:07, Saturday at 3:07, Sunday at 1:07 Canadian time. Mets host the Dodgers Friday at 7:10, Saturday 7:10, Sunday at 7:08 American time. High school football week 2 action. All this weekend's games featuring Wayne Finger Lakes teams are on Friday night, including Auburn, who's hosting Penfield, Webster Thomas at Canandaigua, ER Gananda home against Leroy, Hornell at Geneva, Cuba Rushford at Lyons, Newark at Midlakes, Marcus Whitman / Bloomfield at Penn Yan, Dansville at Waterloo, Pelmac at Wayne. That's a rivalry game. Victor at Spencerport, Geneseo at Clyde Savannah, and Minders South Seneca travels all the way to face Letchworth Warsaw. So this new crazy schedule has teams driving all over the place playing against teams that nobody cares about.
So stupid.
It is nice that you get Pelmac at Wayne, that you get Marcus Whitman Bloomfield at Penn Yan, Newark at Midlakes. Those are rivalries. But Cuba Rushford at Lyons, not so much. Hornell at Geneva, not so much.
Yeah.
I really got a lot to say this week.
Yeah.
The PGA Tour season is back. I know you've all missed it. It's been a long off season of 1.5 weeks, but they kick off the 2018-19 wraparound season at the Greenbrier in West Virginia. Golf Channel will carry live coverage on Thursday and Friday from 2 to 6 p.m., as well as Saturday and Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. And today's 9/11.
Yes,
it would be 18 years ago.
It's crazy.
And do you remember where you were on 9/11? How old were you, first of all?
I was 17. Yeah.
So you were like a junior in high school?
No, I was super young. I had just graduated.
Oh, really? Do you remember what you were doing at that
day?
Yeah,
I know exactly what I was doing. Yeah, I was sleeping. And I was dating a girl that lived in New York City.
Oh, wow.
And I woke up and she had called me. And I was annoyed because she woke me up. And she was like, this plane crashed in the Twin Towers, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't understanding any of it. And then I hung up and went back to sleep for like a couple minutes and got up and watched the TV and then saw the second one fly into it. So.
And that's when you knew that it wasn't just an accident. Something was going on, for sure. Like you said, you remember where you were?
I do. I was in first grade. And I was in school, and for some odd reason, I remember our teachers brought in a TV, even though we were in first grade. And now that I think back at it, being so young, I couldn't believe, obviously I didn't know really what was going on, but I couldn't believe that they brought it in. But they were obviously so concerned with what was going on.
They wanted to know themselves.
It wasn't really for us,
Right.
They knew that we weren't going to understand.
Do you remember being scared?
I remember all of us feeling like, what's going on, because the teachers were all so quiet, or like being like, you can't talk right now, you need to be quiet, things like that, and everybody just had to kind of sit there, so everybody was kind of confused, I feel like, at first grade.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe I was in first grade.
Yeah, well, you were 6-year-old Sydney in first grade, or however old you were.
Yeah,
I was 29-year-old Jim in the second year of running FingerLakes1.com, your future employer.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And our office was in Waterloo at the time, and it was just a normal day. And then all of a sudden this happened. And again, the first plane, you were like, oh, it was some type of horrible accident. Mm-hmm. And then when the second plane, the Pentagon, and all the other stuff, you know that it was not like that at all. It was intentional. And so in the early days of the internet back then in 2001, if a website got too much traffic, it was just down. So Yahoo, ABC News, CNN, all the major news websites were inaccessible. And so what I decided to do was we took down our entire front page at Finger Lakes One, and we just kept a rolling tally of updates and how I couldn't even get updates from the internet. So I went back to my apartment in Seneca Falls and started posting updates from what I was seeing on TV.
So you were essentially like a Twitter, keeping...
It was that style of update, yeah. Right on our front page, so people who were at work or couldn't be in front of a TV could follow what was going on based on those updates. And we got a ton of traffic that day, and that wouldn't work nowadays for us to do that because people would just probably go right to
Facebook,
CNN, New York Times, Yahoo, or not Yahoo probably anymore, but maybe they would. But those sites were all gone. So, as a local site, we were up, and so we got a ton of traffic. It's
so crazy to think about too, and how different, even the media and news and social media. Can you imagine if social media was as crazy as it was now?
Or if cell phone cameras were as good now as they were back then, we would have had hundreds of thousands of images and videos.
Still, the ones that you see today after 18 years are horrible and so gruesome to look at, and hopefully it makes us all want to think about being better people to each other.
Well, I was good people to other people. I never
we stick together, America.
It was, it did make America stronger, I think. In the aftermath of it, I think one of my favorite moments was when George Bush threw out the first pitch at Yankee Stadium a couple days later. Mm-hmm. That was a pretty sweet moment, whether you were Republican or Democrat or whatever. But Yeah, and then now here we are, 18 years later.
Yeah, it's cool to see now as social media is more present, how many people have like shared their stories, the survivors, and things that you've never heard before or seen before start coming even 18 years later. I was reading so many awesome stories this morning of ones that I never actually have heard of in the last 18 years that it really makes you think about, like, holy, can you imagine being a survivor of that?
I remember, like I say, 28, 29 years old, leaving the office in Waterloo to go back to my apartment. And driving and just looking up in the sky, wondering, like, is a plane going to fall out of the sky? Like, what's the extent of it? How many planes? How many locations are being attacked?
Yeah.
And not really knowing exactly who was responsible yet. We still don't know necessarily who was responsible.
So sad. But I want to touch base on, now that we all got to talk about
back to the
that.
grape pies.
Yeah, I do want to touch base.
I have grape pies froze in my freezer from last year.
The switch up.
Is this like going to be a segue into Music for Mom?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I was going to go back to Music for Mom. I mean, again, it's in Phelps at Crafty
Saturday.
Ales and Lager from 1 to 8. That's an all-day event. You can hear so many different types of music. That's great.
So you might wake up Saturday and it might be raining. What I'm telling you is the rain is going to subside, and so
Wow.
don't cancel your plans to go to Music for Mom on Saturday in Phelps.
He
I back
knows.
that statement 100%.
And will you guys be selling like merchandise and stuff there? All the different bands?
We'll have our new CD, Endless Mountain Derelicts.
That's a cool cover.
Out of curiosity, how did you produce that CD? Did you go to a studio? Did you guys do it yourselves?
Yeah, I have a studio in my house. So
You self kind of produce that?
Yep. My drummer also has his own studio space, so he does the drums to a click and sends them to me, and then
That's
start
a nice way to
building
do
them up.
it.
Yeah, it's perfect. Especially when you're getting older and it's harder to get people together.
Yeah, our first album that we did was recorded to a DAT, and we released it on cassette.
Oh, cool.
Because CDs they did exist, but they were not. It was probably like 1992, maybe.
Makes sense.
And then our second, so
mark
we
of
went
being
into the
born.
studio in Syracuse and paid a ton of money, and basically played our songs live like 1 or 2 times, and that was day 1. And then day 2 we went back and they mixed it up overnight, and then we just record a couple extra vocal tracks and we were done. Album 2, we went to a place in Binghamton called Loose Groove Studios, who the guy was a friend of us, and he had just opened, and he basically used us as guinea pigs, I guess, but we had like hours and hours and days of extra time above and beyond what we paid. But that album took months. I can remember driving to Binghamton every weekend and staying the weekend for 6 or 7 weekends in a row. And
Glory
that was
days.
put on CD. But nowadays, I'm jealous because nowadays, if you have the wherewithal and the equipment, you can literally produce the same thing that we spent all that time on in the comfort of your own home, passing files over the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And you can, if that's the case, you could really get it perfect because you don't have to release it. You don't have a limited amount of time in the studio you got to worry about.
Yep.
So that's pretty sweet. How many songs?
This one's 5. We were going to do a full length, but it's the same kind of thing like you're saying. We wanted to make it so that we could work on it the way we wanted to work on it and pick it apart. So 12 songs quickly got crunched down to 5 once we realized we wanted to release something before
Get it out sooner.
3 years from
Yeah,
that day.
then you make another album. After
Yeah,
this
we're
one's
recording
done.
right now. Yeah. So
That's so awesome.
Congrats.
You should do some plugs for your social media so people can hear
Sure.
how they can get to your music. So please do that.
Instagram, it's at Derelicts. Facebook, it's facebook.com/TheEndlessMountainDerelicts. And we have a website where you can get to everything, TheEndlessMountainDerelicts.com.
Love it. And you guys are just one of the many bands that will be there
Yep.
on Saturday. I think everybody should go out there. If you're going to enjoy all that music, you might as well do it for a good cause,
Absolutely.
right?
What are your weekend plans?
I don't know what I have Friday. I have a wine tour on Saturday on Cuga Lake, and I have a baby shower right after that wine tour on Sunday. So that'll be very
What
interesting.
wineries are you going to? Do you know?
I know we're going to Junior Dill. Is it Junior Dr.
Dill, J.D.
Yeah,
J. Dill.
something, and I know we're
That's
going.
a good one.
We'll definitely be at Big Johnson's, which is the bar that I love and want to live at because they're awesome there. I think we're going to go to Three Brothers probably, but...
What's at Seneca Lake?
It is?
Yeah, so you're not going there.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Big
I'll ask
Johnson's is on Seneca too, isn't it?
Yeah, so...
Oh, did I say? Oh, I thought I said Seneca. Maybe I was thinking of our girl, our Cuba Lake girl. I was trying to help her out. But no, okay, I guess we're going on Seneca. I don't know anything. It's just for my cousin. They have all the planning. I'm just going to be on the bus and, have a great time. Do you have any big plans?
Syracuse Clemson. I'm not going to it, but I'm going to watch it on TV Saturday night. Maybe cook something. Golf Sunday morning. I don't know.
Do you have any other...
No, I don't really have many plans this weekend.
Do you have any other gigs this weekend besides Saturday?
Well, Saturday I'm running sound all day, and we're recording the show all day too, so I'll probably just do that. And then Sunday I'm going to be comatose and watch the Bills hopefully beat the Giants.
That would be a cool fundraiser to release a live cut of the day.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping to keep it annual as long as we can do it, and then have live cuts from every year and just kind of as like a little time capsule,
Well, good luck. If I can convince my wife to...
Yeah, that's your kind of music. You would love all of that. Yeah. You're going to have to listen to...
What do you mean that's my kind of music?
You like
it's
the
like 70s, 60s and 70s.
I'll have you know that I was a rapper. Well, I still am. I just haven't rapped.
Can we get a couple bars?
Yes.
No.
Come on. Okay, we're going to have you come on to another show where you can play us some little bit of music to promote maybe your next album. Absolutely. And then Jim could
collab,
make a sick beat, rap.
Yeah.
Sick. You can, one of my songs you can say feet, F-E-A-T, the J Nice. That's my rap name.
The J Nice.
Well, Jay Swank featuring J Nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes. Thank you again
for
joining us. It was fun.
Everybody
great. Go to Crafty Allen Lagers on Saturday and check them out. If you enjoyed our show, you can click like, you can share, you can subscribe to our channel.
You're right here on YouTube.
Of course, we'll be back next Wednesday. And until then, enjoy your weekend in the Finger Lakes. Goodbye.